Ginger Jester.
Let's get back to business. And have stupid face heal everybody. Okay, so where am I going? I'm after Timur and the other guy, Jaeger. But where am I going? Do I have an objective? Or a destination, I should say?
There's no sign of them. Looks like they ended up getting away.
Where are we, anyway?
A forest in central Tolbikia. If I'm right, Torum Harbor is east of here.
You are right.
We should probably just get to the harbor rather than going back to Heliord.
What? But what about Cumore? Do we just let him go?
I thought the purpose of your journey was to find Pharaoh.
Well,
I wasn't aware brave Vesperia was formed to follow your random whims.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. That was never my intention.
She's just telling you to relax. Besides, Flynn's on the scene, right? You can be sure he'll take care of things.
Hey, Pharaoh? Brave Vesperia? Start explaining.
Oh yeah, she wasn't around for any of that.
Just about to ask the same questions myself.
Oh.
Huh? What the?
I forgot I put him in that outfit.
What's wrong, Miss Genius Mage? Forget me already? It's me, Raven the Great.
Who the hell do you...
I told you, Raven the Great. Man, you're a scary little kid, you know that?
So, what are you up to?
With all the stuff you've been doing, poor Raven got sent all the way out here to keep an eye on you.
Why would they do that?
First things first, let's go find an inn at Torum Harbor. I'll tell you everything there. Raven's pretty hungry, you see.
I suppose there's no point in hanging around here. Torum Harbor is a good first step.
Torum Harbor, then. Would that be all right?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be selfish.
Okay, let's go.
Huzzah! Raven's here. Raven's here.
Synthesis artisans are amazing. They produce such lovely items in such a short time. Yes, it really is an art. The quality is always second to none, too. And the same artisan is always sneaking into the cities we visit just before we get there.
What? Are you serious?
Oh yeah. I wish I had half the vitality he has. We're nothing compared to how much he gets around.
Yeah, right, okay. There's no way he could do that.
Really? Do you think it's more likely that the world's full of such skilled artisans?
You too, Judith? You really believe that?
And he must have great instincts, too. We should see about getting him to join Brave Vesperia.
Really? Carol, the next time we meet him, let's see if he'll join.
Right, okay.
Whoa, I think those two actually fell for all that.
The princess and the kids still have a lot to learn.
I hear they're actually using blastia to do the synthesis.
You know, maybe we got a little carried away.
Going to the inn, gonna rent me a room. Going to the inn, I'm gonna rent myself a room.
I know
Hot
we haven't
things.
been gone for long, but I have to say, it still feels good to be back.
Shut up, Carol.
Can I get you Pansy some tissues, or can we go to the inn now? I'm so hungry.
He called them pansies.
All right.
Oh, Raven. There are many reasons why you're my favorite character. Him and Judith, they're both really awesome characters. I assume I'm supposed to rent a room?
Huh. So even the Union can't sit still when it knows a princess of the Empire is out on the loose.
Then the Dawn knows that I'm a candidate for the Imperial throne, too.
Yup. That's why he told me to come keep an eye on you.
So you're here to observe her? That's kind of creepy.
Really?
What? Is it just me?
It is just you.
Anyway, here I finally catch up with you, and I wind up sticking my foot in that mess back there. It hasn't been easy for old Raven.
But why worry so much about Estelle?
It's only natural considering the state of things between the Empire and the Union.
Each side is trying to feel the other out. The Dawn just wants to keep track of their movements.
So, you're all planning on looking for this pharaoh by going to the sands of Kogor.
Yes.
Do you know what sort of place a desert is?
Well, it's hot and dry, and they've got a lot of sand there.
That's putting it lightly. It's not as easy as all that, though.
Our plan is to get to the area together first.
And then?
Then I guess we'll go around and ask where Pharaoh is.
I don't even know where to begin commenting on that plan. So it's not just that you don't want to go back to the castle anymore, right?
Well...
It'd be easier on old Raven if you did, though. I'm just saying.
No, I'm sorry, but I have to know the truth behind Pharaoh's words.
Huh. Well, the Desier continent actually suits me just fine.
Why is that?
I've got to go to Nordopolica for another errand I'm running for the Don. Have to deliver a letter to Bellius.
So he wanted you to keep track of Estelle, but also wanted you to deliver a letter that was not necessarily where Estelle was?
Whoa!
That's on
pretty
another
important.
continent?
That's the boss of the Colosseum and ruler of Nordopolica, isn't it?
Technically speaking, he's called the Duce.
Do you know what's written in the letter?
It's got something to do with those monsters that attacked Dongrist. In particular about that Pharaoh chap you all are following. The Don thinks Bellius will know something about that monster.
Looks like it just became worth our while to pay this Bellius a visit too.
Right.
So if you don't mind, Raven here will just tag along with you.
That's fine, but you'll have to follow the laws of brave Vesperia.
Got it. It's not like I can go join in your guild, you know? You understand.
Why can't you join Brave Vesperia?
He's already in a different guild.
It's against the rules for anybody to be in 2 guilds at the same time. And I guess technically speaking, you are a member of Altosk.
What do you mean, technically?
So are we done? I'm gonna go get some rest then.
Okay. What do you think Rita's gonna do?
What indeed?
Does this mean we're on our own until we leave tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll all meet down at the harbor then.
Old spy. Part of it with everyone. But why? Oh, well, I guess I have to talk to Carol, don't I?
What's the matter, boss?
Oh, I'm just sitting here holding my bag. I just love my purse so much.
I don't know if I like you calling me that.
The boss is the boss. What would you have me calling you instead?
Just call me whatever you called me before. This boss thing seems a little over the top. It makes me feel silly to have you calling me that.
Don't you think you'll get used to it?
Well, maybe.
Well, you know way more about guilds than I do, right?
I guess. The boss of a guild has to stand as a role model for everyone else.
Oh, God.
I wonder if I could be that great of a person.
Come on, it's not like you're expected to be the best boss ever from the very beginning. You can take it a little at a time. For now, our guild has a job to complete.
You're right. First we need to take Estelle to meet Pharaoh. But do you think we'll be able to meet him?
Our guild's job is to figure out a way to meet him. If we can't meet him, we won't get our reward, and people will lose confidence in our abilities. That's all there is to it.
We don't have any confidence in our abilities. They don't know we exist yet.
I think we may have picked something a little too tough for our first job.
It's more of a challenge that way, and our reward will be that much bigger too. Let's make the best of it.
Yeah.
The only good thing about Carol is that he serves as an extension of Yuri's character, because it shows how caring Yuri is to You know, this stupid little kid that he technically has no attachment to, but he just chooses to. And he keeps humoring him and you know, trying to build up his self-esteem and stuff like that. Like, that's pretty cool of Yuri. Doesn't mean that, you know, Carol is any less annoying and stupid.
Do you really plan on helping Estelle find that pharaoh whatever?
Yeah, I guess so.
Didn't that thing say that Estelle was an insipid poison or something?
Yeah, I heard.
After something like that, I guess you can't just tell her to forget about the whole thing. But it won't help her if she uses that as an excuse not to deal with the issue of the succession to the throne.
Yeah, I'm worried that might happen.
What are you talking about? That's what is happening.
Yeah, maybe.
But...
You're saying I should take her back to the castle?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It was her decision. We have to let her figure out what she should really do.
You realize it might come to blows with this pharaoh guy, right? She won't get to figure out anything at all if she dies.
She's not gonna die. That's why I'm going with her.
Ugh, have it your way then.
It sure would be tragic if the main female character ended up dying halfway through the game, wouldn't it? I'm looking at you, Final Fantasy VII. Spoilers. Also spoilers, Darth Vader is Luke's father.
I said that I will deal with things in my way of doing, but I let Cumore escape that easily. What a shame. I don't know how I could explain this to Flynn. I know. We have Guild's job to deal with rather than Cumore. Yeah, I just can't let him loose. Men of his kind will never learn, and will always repeat the same thing forever. I'll have to do something. I left the Empire and formed a guild for this kind of purpose. He will get what he deserves.
Yuri's kind of vicious. Oh, I thought for a second this Weather Vane might be the Wonder Chef. Now, where are the two best characters? Oh, and Estelle. Estelle wasn't in the inn, was she? I didn't see her. Oh, here's Raven.
I can't believe we have to travel with you.
What, you ain't happy?
Well, I'm not exactly jumping for joy.
I'm happy.
You're too glum. Lighten up. Didn't I stand together with you in the face of evil?
That was only because you had to. I still haven't forgotten about what you did at Nor Harbor.
You still remember that. Some people just don't know when to give up.
I'm not about to make a list of all your offenses. Saying that I'd rather not have your company on our trip is already more than enough.
Don't worry. I'll be on my best behavior. I behaved myself at Cave Mock and Gasperos, didn't I?
Yeah, that sure would be nice.
What should worry you more is whether or not these old bones will be able to keep up with you youngins for much longer.
You're like 32.
You plan on sticking with us until Estelle goes back to the castle?
The Don ordered me to keep an eye on the girl. I ain't got much choice in the matter.
Sounds like a tough job.
I wonder if I could hand her over to the Imperial Knight somewhere.
I can see it in your eyes, old man. You're thinking bad thoughts again.
Nah, not at all.
Well, it's really too bad that you're going to be traveling with us. But might as well make the best of it.
What do you mean, really too bad? Well, whatever. Anyway, Raven the Great is going back to the inn. Later, boy.
Boy. It's usually considered an insult. Judith, Estelle, where are you? Hey, Judith.
I'm just incorrigible.
Yeah.
Whenever something or someone catches my eye, I forget all about everything else. I really lose sight of everything I was planning on doing beforehand.
Yep, that's about right.
Tunnel vision.
I came to my senses after Judith told me. Until now, I've been dragging the rest of you around with me like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, she's still thinking about when Judith was like, oh, this guild wasn't made to do everything you want.
Hey, it could be worse. If you were Empress, one word from you and the entire Empire would run off to do your bidding.
Yeah. I kind of feel like coming with you was the right choice.
Oh yeah?
I've been able to see all sorts of new things. I still don't know whether I'm going to take the Imperial throne, but there are still so many things left to learn about in this world.
And Pharaoh's one of those things?
It scares me to think about it, but I have to know who I am.
You're an insipid poison, didn't you hear him?
I have to know what he meant by saying I was the insipid poison of this world.
It's the hair.
It sounds like you've made up your mind.
Yuri?
Hmm?
I might end up trying to order you guys around again. Next time I do that, yell at me, would you?
Sure. It's not the sort of personality trait that's easy to fix by yourself. Though there's another guy who's also a tough nut to crack, so I think we'll let him be the one we vent our frustration on.
Well, I'm going back to the inn. I'll see you.
Who does he mean by the other tough nut to crack? I mean, Raven?
Oh? Are you going to look for that Cumore guy by any chance?
Nah, just going on a walk. Where were you?
Just out for a walk like you.
What you said to Estelle earlier hasn't been gnawing at you, has it?
What I said earlier.
Didn't you say some pretty harsh things to Estelle?
Oh, right. Sorry to beat you to the punch like that.
What? You didn't beat me to the punch on anything.
You were going to tell her the same thing that I did, weren't you?
What, you figured it out? You don't have to apologize for something like that.
All right.
So weren't you going off to look for Cumore after feeling bad about hurting Estelle with what you said?
No, I wasn't. You don't believe me?
Should he? It's so hard to tell. She's so hard to read.
You care for other people's feelings a lot more than you let on, I think.
No, not at all.
Well, whatever.
What about you? Aren't you going out to look for him?
I told you already, I'm just going for a walk.
Alright. I think I've talked to everybody. Yeah, Raven, I'm sure you like nighttime shenanigans, don't you? See? Like, what do you want me to do? I'm done. I'm done. What do I need to click on now in order to proceed? 'Cause that's all it is now. Do I have to talk to the innkeeper again? I do. Okay. Why would I talk to the innkeeper again when I've already rented the room, and I've even been told by Estelle that my room is next door, implying that I should go into my room to sleep. That's why I clicked on the beds, because I was like, obviously I need to click on the bed in order to sleep in the bed. But no, I had to go and talk to the innkeeper in order to confirm that I want to sleep in the bed that I've already rented. That these parts like this are really frustrating in the game. Like, there's so many parts where it's like, go talk to everybody, and then go around and click on random things until you figure out where to click in order to be able to move on to the next part. It's like, it's so unnatural.
What should we do about Rita?
That one has her own matters to attend to.
That sounds about right.
So, first to the harbor and then find a boat?
Huh? You mean...
Are you coming too?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you had to go do?
You were going to investigate the air craner, weren't you?
It turns out the one at Cave Mock the Commandant asked me to look into has already been researched. I hadn't really made up my mind about which route to take to research the others.
So you'll be using us to help with your investigations?
Well, there's no guarantee I won't run into trouble like back at Heliord. Anyway, it'll be safer for me this way than going alone.
Nice to see your glowing personality hasn't changed.
This means we'll be able to travel together again. I'm so happy.
Yeah, well, you know, it's no big deal. Anyway, we were going to the harbor, right?
Ah, to be young again, I tell ya.
You got something you want to say?
Whoa! Down, girl!
To the harbor, then.
How strange.
What's the matter?
The Shagotham flowers are only supposed to open during the rainy season, and yet, look, they're already in full bloom. That sounds pretty weird. I know, right? I wonder if someone's been coming here and watering the ground or something.
Would just that be enough to make these flowers bloom? Another cause for flowers blooming early could be an imbalance in the air.
So you're saying that this place... It's okay. Even if my guess is right, this level of air imbalance can occasionally be found in nature. Plants are simply more sensitive to changes in the surrounding air than humans, and they're reacting to it. We wouldn't want to have that... We wouldn't want to have what happened in Heliord happening here. What the... Judy? The warehouse blastia is... I can't believe that dragon freak would do this again. I'm going to go see.
Oh, Rita!
Dragon freak, huh?
What's all this commotion about?
Huh? It wasn't you?
I plead the fifth.
It was terrible. There was nothing left for me to fix. I'm sorry for your loss. The next time I see that freak, I'm gonna punch him into the atmosphere. Stupid dragon freak! Whoa, scary. I don't know what you're trying to do, but...
It's not causing any of you any trouble, is it? I already told you. I'm not going to do anything that would cause any of you harm.
Well, that was a strange scene. What's up with these flowers? Judith is destroying stuff again.
Oh, Yoder!
Oh, it's you all. We meet again.
Don't sound too excited.
So what's a successor to the Imperial throne doing in a place like this?
Looking for a place to take a massive dump.
I've been working with the Dawn to officially seal our Treaty of Friendship.
Is it going well?
Well, I wish I could say it were going better.
I can imagine. That Heracles monstrosity kinda made the Union really not like the Empire.
Yes, and now prominent members of the Empire are voicing their doubts regarding the Friendship Treaty.
The conditions the Dawn gave the Empire were for a treaty of equality, after all.
And they are certainly not on equal footing with something like that.
Yes. Had I known about Heracles beforehand, I could have stopped them, but...
You didn't know about that thing? You're in line to be Emperor.
I know, but I have no authority over the Imperial Knights.
The Imperial Knights act on orders from the Emperor alone. They do not report to anyone else.
Well then, it's easy. Just become Emperor.
You mean...
Becoming Emperor isn't as simple as that.
Why not?
To ascend to the throne, one must possess the Imperial treasure, Dane Nomos.
Excuse me?
But Dane Nomos went missing around the time of the Great War, 10 years ago.
You need an emperor. What's with this arbitrary rule of you need to be holding this thing in order to be emperor? Like, no, you're in line to be the emperor. You should be able to claim the throne whenever the fuck you feel like it.
Huh. So that's the real story why we still don't have an emperor.
That's really dumb.
And that's why Rago wanted to get his hands on Dane Nomos.
What was that, Yuri?
Forget it, it's nothing.
Anyway, is it really okay for an Imperial candidate to be wandering the streets like this?
I was just on my way to Heliord.
Ah, that is closer to Dongress than this place is. Negotiations would probably go smoother there.
I believe so too.
Master Yoder, we should be off.
If you'll please excuse me.
Hi.
The two barrier blastia of this city and Nor Harbor were originally a single blastia.
Did you read that in one of your books back in the castle?
Yes, actually there were 3 pieces. The last piece sunk in the sea between the 2 cities.
I wonder if you could raise that blastia, and if you sold it, you could live like a king forever.
The Empire would have already done it if they could. Any idiot could come up with that idea.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Hold up. So many cutscenes.
You've got to be crazy!
I wouldn't do that even if I had 9 lives.
What's going on?
Halt! If you won't do the work I've paid you for, then I want my money back. Add the indigo beasts to the blacklisted guilds.
Yes, Madam President.
Isn't that the woman we met at Dayton Hold?
Yes, now let's go back to what I was doing.
Yeah, that's her, all right.
Why do you guys know her?
We just met her once a while back. Is she a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say I know her. She's the president of Fortune's Market, one of the 5 master guilds.
In other words, she's one of the top dogs at the Union.
Hey, I just got an idea!
What's up, Carol?
Maybe she could get a boat for us to take across to Desier.
What? Why would that be your plan? Why can't you just get a boat? Just go and find a captain of a ship and offer to pay him for passage. Why do you have to involve this person that you don't know? Anyway, I just noticed this thing. Guess you found me. You're pretty good. I'll teach you to cook as a reward. Plonk. Fried chicken first. I'll give you this so you can practice. Gotta go till we meet again. I guess I gotta arbitrarily talk to the woman that I don't really know, who doesn't owe me anything.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Yuri Lowell, you've come at just the right time.
Huh, I guess those wanted posters really do work.
Listen, I've got a job that would be just perfect for you.
Hard labor, huh?
I like a man who can cut to the chase. As you may have heard, schools of mermen often attack cargo ships at this time of year.
Can't say I heard that.
But I thought there was another guild that always served as your escort.
It seems the leader of the mercenary guild I hire passed away suddenly, so they aren't available.
The guild you hired. Past tense.
The other Guardian guild simply has no backbone. I don't know what to do.
What was the name of that Guardian guild you mentioned?
The Blood Alliance.
Gee, I wonder what could have happened to them.
You're all as guilty as I am. Hate to disappoint you, but we're in the middle of something right now, so see you around.
Wait, Yuri, what about the boat?
Did you say boat?
We've made a guild of our own.
We're called Brave Vesperia.
Shut up, Carol.
That's a wonderful name. Well then, shall we talk business? Mutual gain is one of the basics of all business, you know. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Sorry, but like I said, we're in the middle of a job. We can't take on anything else right now.
We won't call it business then. Let's just say we'll cooperate as 2 guilds helping each other out. That way we won't be going against any guild principles. There are various incentives for getting along with me, you know.
Well...
All right, we can talk, but we need to go to Nordopolica. We can't afford any detours.
Fine with me. The mermen are only a problem in the waters near here. As long as I get to another port, I'm good. Once we arrive, I won't have any trouble making arrangements with another ship.
Wow, she means business. Literally.
Not literally, actually. So she's willing to take a boat across the world to a different continent and then get on a different boat in order to get back to this continent. That would take months in real life. Now, this is video game world, woohoo. So it's probably going to take a couple of minutes, but like, that's some fucking dedication to getting rid of a couple of mermen.
So, do we have a deal?
I have the sinking feeling we just got tricked into something.
Fortune's Market isn't known as the best group of salesmen under the sun for nothing.
This isn't so bad. Now we have a way to cross over to Desier.
I'll even throw in a bonus for all of you.
Bonus? What do you mean?
If we arrive safely in Nordopolica, I'll give you the boat we used to get there.
Really?
The boat looks pretty beat up, but it's still a good deal.
Right?
So these mermen must be pretty tough customers if you're willing to part with the boat.
I'll leave that to your imagination.
I figured as much.
Marvelous. We have a contract then. Now that we've settled the details, I'd like you to get to work right away. Just let me know when you've made your preparations.
Okay, well, that's all the time I have for this episode. So I'm going to call it here. I'm going to run back to the inn and save it because I don't know how far it is to the next save point. But next time, I'll be getting on a boat with, Booby Lady and, sailing across to Desier to find Pharaoh. This is a good next time thing. Just watch the friggin' show, would you?